Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Siyambonga Botya. I was born in Mthatha, but raised a town a few kilometers outside of Mthatha on the way to Maclear. And this picture here is in town, in Tsolo. And just behind that picture, somewhere there's a stall where my grandmother set up and sold fruits. So this young man was not shy because he would walk into a bus full of people carrying fruit and start selling to everyone. I didn't know how to count, but I knew how the 5 rand note looked like. So what I would do was to give you a bunch of fruit on condition you gave me that 5 rand note that I knew. Nothing, no change, nothing. So in 1986, that's when I was born, and my mother had to go and work as a domestic worker and left me with my grandmother. I grew up with my grandmother and grandfather, and in 1999, that's when I realized actually my mom was my grandmother, and my mother was who I thought was my sister is my mother. So that's when everything changed, and I wanted to go stay with my mother. And it happened in 1999, but then in year 2000, my grandfather passed away. I could not go attend his funeral because of family politics and everything. But then 3 years later, my grandmother came back, and that's the only time I saw her in 2002. But then there was a problem. My mother and my grandmother didn't see eye to eye. So now I was caught in between a daughter and a mother. And now my role was to unite them because they meant a lot to me, and I wanted them to stay together. In 2003, I finally managed to get them to forgive and forget because that was the common thing that put them together. And we stayed together on that time. And this allowed me to focus on my studies. I had lost hope. I didn't know if I was going to go to tertiary or not. I didn't know who was going to pay for the fees because no one had any stable income. And then year 2004 in January, I came to East London with a toothbrush and a t-shirt and a towel just to wash my face. And the next morning, I had no relatives. I knew no one in the area. And all I knew was that I wanted to do information technology. So I came. And when I got here, it was after hours and the campus had closed. So the first problem began. I didn't know where to stay. The security, I asked for the security to allow me to use the payphone, just to phone home and tell them that I've arrived. And when I got back, what are the odds that Lulama would be there standing with the security? He had come back to fetch his friend who he lost in campus and didn't know his way back, but couldn't find the friend. And here I was, no place to stay. The security told him, take this guy, go with him home, come tomorrow. So that's how I got a place to stay. And because I'm humble, I've got humanity, I've got respect. Lulama's parents accepted me to stay for the night and told him to come back with me if we don't get registered, and I still want to stay there. So I stayed there until I found my own place. And once that passed and I registered, and I had to go home and then come back, and I stayed with them until I found a place. And this place I found true friends. So, which is important to make those friendships and lasting relationships. Because these guys I had just met in class and we were just talking, and then they mentioned that no, they've got a place to stay. So you are welcome to come and stay with us. And this was rent free. So another thing happened for me. So I stayed with them for 3 years. They were from King Williamstown. They didn't know me. We didn't know each other. The only thing we had in common was football in school. So Nkululeko will keep up, my brother. Football does bring people together. And one of those friendships has been a friendship with Lazola Boyo. We met on the day when we were doing to get registered. I had failed mathematics because I had an E and they wanted a D. But then they told me to come. So I told them that you can't take me from Tata and now tell me that you want to register me. I am here, I want to register. And they told me, no, we'll go try for a technical. And I told them, no, I phoned you, you said I should come. So I'm not going. And I met Lazola there and you assisted me and we were up in arms wanting to register by force. So with Lazola, it's been one hell of a friendship. I went home after we graduated, and then when he got a job and his employers asked him to recommend someone, he called me and said, bring your CV. So I came and I got the job. So we have remained friends and we still remain friends now. So it's important to have those friendships. And now coming to my work environment, I've grown in work and became that man that you would go to. I don't know, I think because I'm easily approachable, I don't know, but my classmates tell me that I'm not the easy person to approach, but I don't know what happened in East London. People approach me easily. So it is important, guys, on your way up to pull someone with you. Open that hand and extend it to someone and help as you go along. Thank you.